Hey guys, Novaexplosion. Welcome back to more Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. I'm suffering from a bit of a cold, apparently. Although I think it's just because I sneezed literally 5 minutes before,
Sure
what's
he's
it
not
called?
just trying to
Streaming?
hide from us?
What were we doing? I think we were picking up side quests. Now, I did say I want to move on to story. However, I think I'm going to do some side quests right now. Because the upgraded boost strikes sound tempting. So we can either do Kisara or Shionne's. I think I'll do Shionne's to start. Oh, Brigand's Hideout has a side quest? Let's do Shionne's first. We can let that one sit for a bit. This game is amazing, I agree. I don't know where it ranks in my favorite games. It might be a top 10 game. I haven't thought that far down the list. It might make a top 10. If not a top 10, it's like right outside of it. It's one of my favorite games, yeah. It's also like my third or fourth favorite Tales game. I honestly like
troubled about something.
A little compassion.
I think when I finished this playthrough, I said it was my
I
third.
propose we speak to them.
Then again, I feel like that's recency bias because I haven't played Xillia 1 since my playthrough, which was back in like 2020? Yeah, like around 2020 is when I last played Xillia, so this game is more fresh on my mind, so I think that's why I said it was my third favorite, but if it's not my third favorite, it is my fourth favorite, which is really good because Tales of is my favorite franchise, so. Amazing game. People are way too hard in this game. I see a lot of people like hating on the Rise, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not perfect, but what game is? Welcome, care for some fresh bread? We have samples for our brand new Gladys's Donuts. Get them before they're gone. Here you go, please try them out.
Thank you.
Thanks, I will. But aren't Gladys Donuts a Calaglian local specialty?
Right.
Ah, you know them. We spoke with people from Calaglia and got permission to make them and sell them here. We have permission to manufacture and sell, don't we, Dad?
Huh.
I don't even know what those are. Guess it's a sign that you're a good helper to your father. Oh yeah, my girls are the best. I just wish donuts would sell.
Oh?
Oh really? Donuts are very popular in Calaglia. They sell out in an instant there. It's the Sislodian cold. The donuts get stiff and lose their delicious chewiness. We're helping Dad improve the dough, but nothing we've tried has helped. If we can improve it and boost sales, it'll be not just the shop that benefits, but Calaglia too. In that case, why don't you ask the man who invented Gladys's Donuts?
Oh.
He's a very kind man. I'm sure he can come up with a special donut that suits Sislodia and its cold climate. Dad, let's go talk to him. But I can't close down the shop. We have regular customers we need to serve every day. If only some kind of souls could go talk to him for us.
Got it.
We can go, if you don't mind. Really, that would be much appreciated.
Yay!
Thank you, miss. Here, take this bread as thanks. My sister and I made it ourselves. Look at that, payment in advance. We'll be sure to earn it. Temperature of touch.
I'm amazed that Gladys's donuts have spread all the way to Sislodia.
They've become a true Calaglian delicacy, haven't they?
Imagine how great it'll be once we start getting the new kind made for Sislodia.
It'll be great, sure. But I'm a little worried about the effect it's going to have on our funds.
Right. Sorry about that.
Oh, Shionne. Who am I playing as? I don't think we're doing many battles, but you never know if they're going to thrust me into a random Zugo fight. It looks like I'm playing a Shionne? Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that for now. How do you open the map in this game? It's square. I'm playing too many games. Too many games. Star Ocean, this game, Wild Arms 3. Like, I'm recording that, so the post game for that, so I'm playing that as well. Too many games. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but yeah, I'm not dealing with you guys. Whoop.
And here I am.
You're still alive and kicking, Dohalim. Hey, 5,500 gold. Oh, I can't wait for the next Tales game.
I guess.
Every time I see that you can swim in this game, it just reminds me I cannot wait for the next entry. The 18th game.
Hey there.
Ah, there you are. We wanted to talk to you about Sislodian Donuts. That's quite out of the blue, but sure, I'm all ears. What is it? Interesting. So Gladys's Donuts has that kind of an issue, huh? Fascinating. I know, right? If we could solve it, it'll help both Calaglia and Cyslodia.
Watch it.
No, not that. What's got my interest is unlocking the potential of a new delicacy. I thought you'd say that. Do you have any advice to help solve the problem?
Very nice.
I'll think about it. Revision's a part of a gourmet, after all. Let's see. Maybe...
Yes.
That's it. I got it. The perfect thing for Cyslodia is... Reveal Kumods. What?
Huh?
Reveal what?
Ah!
Reveal Locomods. I thought I'd try making something based off of a dish known as Locomods. I have no idea what that is. No idea. Listen up. Appearance-wise, they're no different from normal donuts. But the dough is extra sticky and fluffy. It won't stiffen up even in freezing Cyslodia.
Wow.
Ah, it sounds perfect. Tell us how to make them. Sure, but first you must try them, and that means I need the ingredients to make them. Okay, we'll gather everything right away. Just tell us what you need. Love that enthusiasm. I get it, though. The donuts do sound awful tasty, though, don't they? Come back here once you have everything. I'll try to introduce you to a new flavor experience. Can't we just use the ingredients we got in hand to make a sample? Yes.
Well,
This is all you asked for, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, give me a bit, and I'll get to work on whipping them up. Brimwell wasn't here before. What the heck? Where'd Law go? Done. Alright, prepare yourselves to fully savor the flavor of an all-new culinary experience. Can't wait to try it. This texture. Wow, they're the chewiest, fluffiest donuts I've ever had. These should stay soft even in the cold of Cyslodia.
thank you.
Thanks, Gordano. The Cyslodian bakers will be thrilled.
How about it?
Hey, Shionne, why don't we bring back some for the kids so they can try them firsthand? If that's the case, I can make more for those kids.
Thanks.
Thanks, Gordano, but that's a lot of work for you. Allow us to help.
Yeah.
Good idea. There are 2 ingredients left, so let's get started.
Yeah.
Alright, let's make some donuts. I want donuts, stop it. I should have got Dunkin' Donuts today. All done, but we may have too many. Better to have too many than too few. Let's take them back to Cyslodia. Good point. I'll have some, just ship them over to, New Jersey. Nah, I'm not saying where I live. Nice try, game, nice try. Hold on now, there's one more thing left to do. Well, I said what state I live in, but what is someone gonna do with knowing what state I live in? There is. What? The most important part. You ready? Listen up. The dish is...
Yes.
absolutely
Yes.
exquisite. What the heck? Remember that side quest where Alfred and Shionne posed with Gordano? That was funny. Are you okay? Oof. Cooking made me so famished I can't come up with anything good. Ah, well, forget about it. I'll show you an amazing one the next time you come around.
Seriously?
Like the free spirit. When it comes to gourmet, he's the real deal. Let's go share these samples with the girls at the bakery. Gordano, you're the foodie of
What happened to the other samples?
the 5 rounds.
Sorry, Rimwell.
You can't go
I may
hungry.
have eaten a few of them, but hear me out. I tried really hard to stop at 3, but before I knew it, I'd had 6.
3 would have been 3 too many.
I'd best change into warmer clothes.
Shionne. There's another... Oh, right, Bregan's side quest. We went over that. Anyway, Gordano being hungry, it's the end of the world. Yeah, I say this a lot. Arises... There's nitpicks. When you're talking about a game, there's so many things you could be like, oh, yeah, this is, like, not ideal for the game. But at the end of the day, my biggest... If I had to think about all my nitpicks / issues with Arise, the biggest one is the villains. And even then, like I said, I make the comparison to, like, Wild Arms 4. The villains aren't bad, but they could be better. A franchise that is known for having some of my favorite villains, Wild Arms and Tales of, in my experience. Arise is disappointing in its villains. Like, you got Zillia's Chimeriad, you got Abyss's God Generals, what's another one? Berseria and the Legates and stuff. Artorias. Even Symphonia's villains aren't, like, amazing, but they're better than Arise's. But Arise's villains are, like, they're fine. They're serviceable. They get their job done well enough, but they could be better. They're not as good as other Tales games. And it's the same thing with, like, Wild Arms 4. I think Brionax served their purpose well enough, but coming off of a series that had, like, the Quarter Knights Odessa and Wild Arms 3's ensemble of villains, like the Prophets and Beatrice and stuff. They could be better. So that's my biggest issue with Arise, I think. Obviously, there's a couple of other nitpicks that bother me about the game, but the biggest one is the villains. Now, that being said, the combat in Xillia is very fun, and the combat in Arise is very fun. But replaying Arise, I think Arise's combat edges out Xillia a little bit. I'll give the stories like a tie. They both have really good premises. I'll give the characters about a tie, because I love the cast of both games so much. But yeah, I mean, it goes without saying, obviously Xillia has better villains, because I named the Chimeriad over the Lords in this game. I think Arise is my third favorite, probably, but again, I haven't played Xillia in like 3 years. Whenever my Xillia playthrough was. It's been like 2.5 to 3 years. Either way, though, they're very close. We just got the donuts for you, and we brought samples too. Care to try them? Thank you, miss. They look great. Yum, chewy, fluffy, delicious. These just might hold up to the low temps in Cyslodia.
Oh, right.
Perfect. That makes the effort all worth it, doesn't it, Shionne? I only helped out a little. By the way, where are your father and sister?
Okay.
They went to restock, so I'm looking after the shop. Is that right? Well, we got samples for them too, so I'll leave them with you. Wow, so many. You're like a donut vendor or something. You know, it might actually be fun to make and sell special local versions of Gladys's donuts for each region. Shionne the donut vendor. I'm sure Alphen would be right there with you.
Huh?
What? That's, well, it might not be so bad, actually. Anyway, we still have some donuts left. What should we do with them? I have an idea. Customers the other day were interested in Gladys's donuts. They said they came from a place called Pelagian. They wanted us to sell our donuts in their city. Shionne, why don't we bring the donuts to Pelagian? Yes. I agree. Bet.
I'm shocked that you voluntarily parted with the leftover donuts, Shionne.
Hey, give me some credit. I already put some aside for myself. There were still more left, though, so I went along with Rinwell's idea.
What? When was this?
Figures. Nothing gets between Shionne and good food.
That was the perfect time to grab a tissue and blow my nose. I don't know why I'm suddenly sick. Maybe I am coming down with something. That's not good.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Anyway, yeah, Arise is a solid third or fourth for me. There's no way it's great, but there's no way it's my first and second. Like, Berseria and Graces are unrivaled for me. It'll probably be my top two Tales games for, like, till the day I die. Yo,
All right.
Arya, so you were with them as well. Oh, this is not the side quest I wanted.
Hi.
What is it, Doe? I thought you were going to be away for a while. Avakir, I need to talk to you about something. Go ahead, though. I'd rather not listen to anything too unpleasant. I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you there. What I need to talk to you about is a problem concerning the citizens of Pelagian. I see. I had a feeling you'd say as much from the moment I saw that look on your face. The conflict between Danans and Renans in Pelagian is pretty grave, huh? News of disturbing activities amongst some of the Renans has reached my ears, too. They haven't made any moves publicly, but some Renans are scheming to seize control of Pelagian.
No.
That's awful. Do they plan to kick out all the Danans who've lived long enough here? More than a few people are dissatisfied with my efforts for reconciliation between Renans and Danans. It's quite unfortunate. Yes, it's a worst-case scenario, but there are some who work to restore Renan authority, even if it means insurrection. After all, Dohalim and everyone else has already done to make Pelagian a better place little by little.
Sounds good.
Indeed, personally, I'd like to deal with this problem as quickly as possible. But their fundamental dissatisfaction is born from their unwillingness to accept their current situation. Eliminating that dissatisfaction may be the key to finding a solution. Yes, it may not get at the root of the problem, but if we could at least smooth things over.
Hey.
Then what about music?
Huh?
What? Music? I know it may not be a direct solution, but maybe it could help soothe the minds of people going through a hard time. It's certainly a good idea. Music has the ability to soothe the heart. Yes, I think experiencing music will calm the disquiet among the Renans a little. Plus, if we hold regular concerts, some Danons may become interested too. And then maybe Renans and Danons will be able to understand each other through music. However, not many Renans are familiar with music, and almost none of them brought instruments here. Can't you just make new instruments? With the right materials, it's possible to make a simple instrument, but that will affect the sound. If possible, I'd like to make them with quality materials. So what kind of materials would work best? Well, sturdy instruments made from animal bones or fangs provide a good quality of sound. In that case, what about using parts collected from Zoogles? What is it with Zoogle parts helping these people? That should be possible. I've heard of instruments made from Zoogles, actually.
Dohalim.
Alright then, Dohalim, how about we go outside the city and gather materials? Very well, we'll handle the preparation of materials to make the instruments. I appreciate it, but please, there's no need to go extreme lengths over this. We're very well aware of that. Once we got the materials, we'll stop by again. Alright, so a side quest I don't have the materials for.
Imagine that. Using Zoogle parts to make instruments.
Wait, maybe I
solid
do.
materials like fangs and bones adds a beautiful depth to the sound they produce.
Makes sense.
It said acquire, so do I have them?
You think so?
Okay, yeah. I don't know why it said. Oh, maybe I have some of the materials, but not all of them. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. That's not the side quest I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to do the donut one. Is something wrong? You've been staring at us for a while now. Silent type, huh? I don't think we'll get an answer out of him like this. It's unfortunate, but many of the people who came down from Lenegus are still wary of us. I know. From the child's perspective, we must seem like the bad guys. What the heck? Hang on. Alright, that was weird. But all the more reason for us to do what we can to ease this boy's anxieties, right? The only thing I can do right now, but... Would you accept this donut? Donut? Why, give it to me. Dude, I forgot a drink in my kitchen. Oh, dang it. I am so behind today. I'll get it after I read this. What about just getting to know us better? Is that enough of a reason? How'd you feel talking to me like this? Was it scary? No, not at all. I'd be very happy if you accepted these donuts. When your stomach gets full, it fills up your heart too. Fine, just a bite. You're right, that's really good. Sounds like you enjoyed it. Here, take enough for your family too. Thanks.
Boy's anxieties seemed sufficiently eased. What's the matter, Shionne?
Okay, suddenly decided to be voice acted.
I used to be afraid of handing things to people. If I accidentally touched them, I'd end up hurting them. But it's different now. That boy's hand was warm.
The food you cooked warmed it. And not just his hand, but his heart too.
I hope you're right.
I realized something from this experience. Kids tend to take a liking to you, don't they?
You think so? I think it's just because the donuts turned out well. At any rate, I'm glad that we were able to share Calaglia's specialty with more of the world, and that I could personally hand it to so many people. I didn't know human touch could be so warm.
Yeah, and that feeling of warmth really stays with you too. But anyway, I guess that's the end of our donut sharing. Speaking of which, I haven't even tried one yet.
Don't worry, I saved some for you.
Thanks. I'll try one right away. Man, that's tasty. Knowing how much effort you put into them makes them taste even sweeter.
You might be exaggerating a bit. Still, I like seeing people so happy. That's one more recipe under my belt. Maybe next I should invite a lot of people over for a big dinner party.
That's a great idea. I'll help you prepare when the time comes.
I'll take you up on that offer. I'll have to practice making some delicious dishes until then. That way I'll be able to make and eat whatever I want, whenever I want.
Talk about an ulterior motive. But it's good that you're able to touch so many people, both literally and figuratively.
Dude, outfit with the half iron mask looks so weird considering his character growth. I mean, it looks cool, but...
Those donuts you made were really good, Shionne. I can understand why they made all those kids so happy.
Thanks. Hey, Alphen. I was wondering, what if, and this is a pretty big if, what would you think if I said I wanted to open my own donut shop?
Huh? Really?
No, it's not that it's something I really want to do. It's just that I remembered something Rinwell said to me. She said, if you're going to sell donuts, I'm sure Alphen would be right there with you.
She said that? Well, yeah. I guess she was right. Whatever you decide to do in life, I'll be there to support you and help in any way I can.
Alphen, are you saying...
But you know, if we ever really open a store, I want to make and sell my own donuts too.
Wait, Alphen?
Oh, that's it. What if we made spicy donuts? Wouldn't those be the trendiest donuts ever?
Alphen, no!
Are you crazy? Yuck! It's my store, so I'm only going to sell donuts that I think are good.
In that case, I'll just have to make some spicy donuts that you think are good.
You know, Alphen, you can be really stubborn when you want to be.
I'm not the only one. So, what do you think? Are you gonna hire me at your donut shop?
Well, I guess I can take your application under consideration.
Alphen, you are gonna ruin donuts for me. Testament proving that Shionne has completely mastered her traits. Oh, this is our first boost attack enhancement. You completed both of a character's subquests and obtained their essence, character's boost attack traits. I cannot wait to see how this works. Alright, so it is boost attack strengthened. I feel like the game might have misled me. It used the term boost strike, but boost strikes are the finishers. So the game might have just had a typo in that one instance, but boost attack makes more sense.
And those connections led to even more.